Hello, in today's video, we'll be showing all the Icigool colours, because I spent a lot on it, well, in terms of like gleams and gammas, because I also grinded the Icigool Saddle, and I was like, you know, I think it'd be a nice thing. But anyways, let's get into the first colour. Now, the first colours we'll start off with is the 2022 ones. I don't really like this one because it's a bit checkered, but I like the new look, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Okay, now onto the red one, which I think has a nicer pattern and a nicer contrast, but I think that in the end I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. There is a better one later. I really don't like the contrast, but I think that it's a creative idea. I don't think I'll be seeing myself running a lot in this, so as a result, I'll be giving myself a 4 out of 10 for this one. Now, on to the purple checkered one. I really like this one because it has like a nice contrast with the white and the purple and the black. So overall, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Now on to the 2021 colours, and I really like the simple colours, unlike the patterns. And it actually works really well with the Icigool, because I think it's good contrast of light and dark. Yeah, so overall, after some consideration, I think this would be a 7 out of 10. Well done. And then on to the orange, which I don't think works as well with the Icigool Saddle or the Icigool, so overall I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Now, this is a lovely maroon. I think that it works really well with the Icigool because it makes have the darkness that it needs, so overall I give it a 7 out of 10. Now, with the poop colour, I know what you're thinking is poop. You're not going to rate it high. No, I am actually going to rate it high-ish, because I really like the contrast with it, because I think the brown makes it stand out, so overall, 6 out of 10. And now on to the rare ones, the 2020 ones, because, you know, they're rare. But anyways, we're going to start off with this black. I don't think it works too well with the Icigool. I think it's just a little too dark for the Icigool, so overall I give it a 5 out of 10. Now for the pink, I think that it's a little too bright, but I think that it's a nice touch, especially since it's an OG colour. I just think that it's a nice touch. It doesn't work too well in contrast, but I think that pink's just a nice colour, so overall, I give it a 6 out of 10. Now, with the white, this kind of looks like the basic one that you'd get normally, so I don't know why they didn't make this the basic one. I think it's a bit boring, but I do like the colour on it because it's just a nice colour contrast, like the simple grey with the white ribbons. But I do think it's a bit dull, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Now, on to the navy. I spent 11 hours trying to find some of this colour. I finally got it. Cost me the most as well, 8 gammas around, because I traded Gleam Xmas Scorb that I accidentally traded for Gamma Hognosh, which is a little rip, because that's worth 18 gammas. But I really like the contrast with it, and I like the dark colouring, so I give it a 9 out of 10. Now, I'm in Hiwai Village for one reason. If you didn't know, the 2019 gifts, you couldn't just encounter them normally. You have to find them around Warrior. This was one of the spots. And anyways, let me actually get onto the real colour. I really like the candy cane contrast. It makes it look like a candy cane. And for that, I give it an 8 out of 10 because it's a nice Christmas touch. But now with the green, I think that it looks quite bad with the contrast because it's light on lighter, and I just don't like that. Especially seeing that there's much better options, so I give this a 3 out of 10. It's a bit bad. Now for yellow, it's slightly better, but not in the best way. I do like the big bold colouring on this and contrast, but I think it's going to be a 5 out of 10. Now, this is my absolutely favourite with navy, of course. It's absolutely amazing in dark patches, because look at that. Look how good that is in dark patches. In the light, you can even see that looks good. Overall, I think the contrast is great. I love having an OG colour, even though it cost me a fortune. So this is a 9 out of 10. So overall, what do I think of all these new colours? They're good. What do I think of all the colours? Well, they have nice contrast, most of them. And I like their unique style, so overall, I give them a 6 out of 10. I'd like to give my favourite Icigool colour award to 2 colours, violet and navy, because you have to agree with me, the contrast is very, very good. And also how rare they are and how much I've spent on them, please. Yeah, anyways, they have like a really nice contrast with the white ribbon, and I think I'll be using this saddle a lot. Anyway, like all my other saddles, but who even likes the Trumbull saddle? But yeah, overall I think that these saddles are pretty nice, and would I recommend getting them? Probably I recommend getting the Icigool saddle first, unlike me. But anyways, here's a bonus clip of me finding a Gleam Cryo Cup. It's pretty sad, but well, life goes on. Anyways, subscribe!